Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
What child care doors that we need to secure. So what's been quoted for us so far has been obviously like the pin pad entry and stuff, but instead of using magnets, doing an electric switch to our crash bars. But the problem with our crash bars is that they use the internal vertical pins up and down, and that's kind of causing an issue.
Why?
I guess they don't have anything that works with those, and I'm not sure how exactly what I'm looking for really. What to be the terms to be looking for when I'm trying to find what I have.
What are you looking for?
Well, we're looking for a system that would allow both doors to be used in an emergency for egress. So we need a crash bar that is compatible with those vertical pins that, when pushed, will release not only the trip with a momentary switch to allow egress, but also that will allow for the pin pad to electronically release those pins.
Are they existing exit devices?
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
Are the bars exit devices there now?
Yeah, so I was actually looking today, and we do have one. It's a Matic 1690, and that has a momentary switch in there, but I'm not sure how that would work to...
What's the purpose of the momentary switch?
So that when the push bar is pushed in, it releases the lock.
What lock?
The vertical pin locks that are that would be always locked, I guess, is what I'm trying. Because what the guy from...
So you've got a 1690 now.
I found one in the door already, and we got it from it was a set of doors given to us from what used to be a nightclub, so I'm not sure what they were using it for, but I found one.
The 1690 is a concealed vertical rod exit device.
Yep.
When you hit the touchpad on the inside, it's going to draw in the top and bottom bolts or latches.
Okay, it will do that. Okay, I didn't see how it would do. I didn't see that it could do that. I thought it was just one way.
What one way did you think it was?
I thought it was from when you hit the crash bar side, not the pull side. I didn't think it would.
No, so we're not there yet. You said there was a momentary switch, and I'm saying, what is the function of the momentary switch? You said to basically draw the rods in. There isn't a momentary switch, because to egress, all you got to do is hit the touchpad, and it draws the rods in.
Yeah, and what I'm trying to find is, I didn't realize the 1690 could do that. I didn't see it. When I opened it up, it didn't look like it could do that. What I thought I was seeing was when the bar was pushed in, it hit a switch.
There's no switch. It's just a mechanical piece of hardware. The function of the 1690 is that when you hit the touchpad, it will allow egress by drawing the top and bottom bolts in.
Okay.
Now, if I understand correctly, that what you have from this nightclub is some used hardware that's a concealed vertical rod 1690, and you want to add access control to that opening. Is that what you want to do?
Correct.
Okay. So the easiest thing to do would be to buy a new 1690 with electric latch retraction. You're going to buy the power supply. The way to get the power from the door to the power supply, obviously to your switch, your pin pad on the outside, and you're done. So when you hit the code on the outside, it will electrically close the circuit and allow the bolts to be withdrawn. And when you exit or egress, it's just mechanical hardware at that point.
Okay.
There's no momentary switches involved at all, although there are instances where there could be.
Okay. And with the 1690, would it still allow us to dog it open?
Yeah, you can dog it open. You could do that electrically. Doing it mechanically, I think, is going to be a problem. If I was going to guess, I'd say you will not get mechanical dogging on an electric device.
Okay, and I guess if I was going to even bother doing that, even electrically for my night cleaners, I guess they would probably just use those wedges to hold the doors open for them. So.
Oh, that's awful. That's gonna cause damage long term.
Those wedges on the bottom?
Yeah. Well, okay. When I see wedges, they're always jammed in the hinge side of the door and not underneath the door.
Oh, yeah, no.
If you want to, you maybe put a piece of hardware on there that's better than a wooden wedge, even a kick-down door holder or something a little more sophisticated or elegant than that. But yeah, sure. Yeah, or for that matter, you can, your closer can be hold open. Have a hold open closer.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, perfect. That was more helpful than anybody's been so far, so I appreciate your assistance.
So there's another way that I want to mention is adding electric latch retraction to the existing device. There is a manufacturer who makes a retrofit or an upgrade to do electric latch retraction for that device. You've bought or inherited some used hardware, so it's completely unknown if the stuff even functions correctly and whether or not it's worth even playing with.
Yeah, I knew because, like I said, I've only found one, and we have 4 doors we need to do it for, so I knew I was going to at least be buying 3 more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, are they 4 singles or 2 pair?
It would be 2 pair.
Why electrify both sides? Both leaves in the pair.
Mostly because we have cribs and stuff to get in and out, so having a way to being able to remotely open both doors from the outside, and so that those larger cribs and stuff could go in.
You don't mean open, you mean unlatch or unbolt.
Correct.
Okay, because that's another piece of hardware if you want it to open.
Right, no, just unlatch that way.
Unbolt, yeah, okay, I get it. Hit the pin pad, they both, retract. You can pull those for as long as they're held retracted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we'll have to come up with a harder scenario the next time you call, I think.
Okay. I'm sure here at the Y we can find that.
I didn't realize it was a Y. But yeah, those buildings, like in Chicago where I'm from, those buildings are old. Yeah.
Somehow our bigger facility here in Old Town, it was built in the 70s, and then we got it in the mid-80s, and the problem is a lot of our work is volunteer-based. So things kind of get done part way by a guy with one idea.
Yeah.
And then the next guy comes in and he has to try to figure out via his idea to get it the rest of the way. And then that's why they created a whole new position for me to essentially manage the projects from start to finish so that things are continuous.
Cohesive. Yeah. So to do access control over these openings, you're going to need someone who will install it. That's number one.
Yeah.
And then it's just a list of hardware that I can provide you all of that. It's something that I do every day. I understand the product. And at the end of the day, it's all very simple in terms of understanding it. Because there's 4 components to a circuit. There's the conductor, that's the wire. There's the load, that's the panic device. There's the power supply, you got to get used to it. And then there's the switch, that's your pin pad on the outside. So it is easy at the end of the day.
Would you, if I sent you the quote I got for everything but these panic bars or crash bars from Maglock, would you be able to come up with another quote for material?
Yeah, I'm happy to look at it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, the problem with this approach is they might say, well, we're not going to install it unless we're supplying it. So, I think my role, it potentially doesn't serve you to sell you a list of material, even though let's just imagine there might be some cost savings. If you can't get someone to install it at that rate, then it ain't going to work really well, unless you're going to do it yourself, which,
Yeah, so we actually do have a locksmith who's a volunteer.
Oh.
and he's going to be doing pretty much everything but actually installing the crash bars. That's going to be another one of our guys, Pete, because he did the rest in the building. So we do have a locksmith who's going to be doing, or an access controls technician from North Star Protection. So
you got somebody. Okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, my email's under Contact Us in the upper right-hand corner of the site. It's the sales email that's there. And your email will come straight to me.
I see it there, sales at AB Supply.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I'll forward that quote over and just to see where we're at.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to take a look at it.
All right, well, thank you so much, Richard.
Thank you for calling, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.